Yesterday, I had an opportunity of spending with a group of men on stress management from one of our local churches. And that was tied together with effectiveness in the work we do. So I purpose to share on how to work smart. How do you work smart? Because one of the discussions we had is the fact that sometimes we feel overwhelmed. There were about 30 men. So the first important thing that you need to work around is plan your day the night before. Come up with a small to-do list. 5 4 time experts tell us one of the stresses we are going through, and that's why we are not able to work smarter, is how we plan for our time. So come up with a list of about 5 items. Beyond 5, you end up not doing any one of them. Around your personal goals, your physical goals, your work goals, business goals, spiritual goals, your mental goals, your social goals. Come up with about 5 items the night before, so that in the morning you just start cracking. The second important thing to put into consideration is to know your best working hours. Some people are morning people. They do very well. They can wake up very early. They put in a lot of good hours in the morning. Some people are afternoon people. They are very cranky, very slow. They take time to pick up during the day. And we also have night owls. If the kind of job you are doing can allow you to work at night, if that is the best time that you have flow, then that will make you work smarter. Another important thing of doing for you to work smarter is to plan the week ahead, the week before. Like for example, you have a week starting on Monday, you can plan your week on Sunday, and you try to visualize, try to look at what is going to happen every day of the week for that particular week. Have a schedule. Schedule your week on Sunday so that you have a plan for that particular week. Of essence, again, something that makes you become effective and smarter in your work is to get enough sleep. Between 4 to 8 hours, depending on the kind of work you do, could be a good portion of sleep. Anything below that, you start becoming cranky, you start losing focus, you start having poor decision making, and you end up becoming a mess. So create and have good sleep. Another critical important tip I would wish to share with you is that if you are embarking on a new project, do your research. We say effectiveness is when work meets preparation. When you prepare, you are able to see round corners. You are able to understand what is ahead of you. So prepare, do some good research. Don't just walk into a new project without knowing where and how you are going to come to closure to it. So do your research, prepare. Another important tip is always look at what are your important and urgent things to do, because majority of the times we spend a lot of time on the urgent things, the firefighting, and we forget the important, what you call, the late Dr. Steve Covey in his book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People used to call important and not urgent. Relationship building, your family, your social engagement, your physical, taking care of yourself. Those things are not normally urgent, but they're important, and they are the ones who, financial planning, issues around your physical, taking, education, educating, going back to school. Those are things that don't look urgent, but they are very important. So understand what are the important things in your life and not necessarily the urgent items. And when you focus on those ones, then you are able to understand where you are going and you are able to become more effective and smarter. And last bonus point, avoid some meetings. You don't have necessarily to be in every meeting. Some meetings you may not be required, and meetings eat into your time. They eat into your most effective time. So if you, the lesser the better in any organization, the lesser the better. And remember, if you have not subscribed to this particular channel, please do that today, so that whenever we share some of these good tips, then you are always a first person to be able to be reached by it, and you can be able to also share with your teams, also share within your organization. Finally, track your progress. Have a metric of knowing what you're doing, and you do that by reflecting. You can do a journal. You can write on what you did yesterday and what were the learnings, and you'll be very candid with yourself. It is your personal journal. So track your progress at the end of the day or at the end of the week. Look at the previous week, look at the previous day, and look at what was it that you were able to achieve. I wish you working smarter.